As video games get more realistic and more popular, it makes sense to transform the hottest games into movies to add to the fantasy.
That's what's happening with Sin City, and entertainment reporter Jim Ferguson is here to tell us about the movie. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Amanda. And before we get into Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, I neglected to do something when I first met you last Tuesday to welcome you and tell you, you know what? After talking to you for 5 minutes, I felt I've known her forever.
I know.
And maybe that's why I didn't welcome you and say how nice it was to meet you. So
She's old hat, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing that now.
Well,
okay.
thank you so much.
You're more important than Josh Brolin.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yes.
Josh is a great guy, by the way, and you know, one of the nice guys, and he loves doing this. He plays a private detective, Dwight McCarthy, in Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, and of course the dame seduces him. You know, he does all kinds of bad things for her. You know, for Eva, and. He just loved working with Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller, and the whole experience. He just goes on and on. Do you want to hear what he says about it?
I definitely want to hear it.
Here's Josh Brolin. Who is Dwight McCarthy?
I think Dwight is a tortured guy who's sensitive enough to be affected by the relationship that he had with Ava's character, and you know, she comes back around, and the minute she comes back around, as much as he thinks he's gotten over it, you know, it's all just kind of bubbling in there, you know. And I think you've experienced that. I've experienced that in relationships that you've been in before, and then you're around the person again, and you hear their voice, and your whole chemistry changes.
And the monster comes out.
And the monster comes out.
What is the monster?
The monster is all that stuff that's been bubbling up. You know?
I'm still under a little bit of spell.
Now, are you?
With Ava.
With Ava.
Yeah.
Everybody is.
You know, I just kind of couldn't talk.
Yeah. After you see that movie, that's why you want to see it again, you said.
I do want to see it again.
Good point.
Yeah. It's timeless, but yet it does have this 40s feel. Would you agree?
It only has a 40s feel because you think of noir, you think about Jim Thompson, you think about things like that, you know, the old Night of the Hunter, you know, with the great kind of German expressionistic, you know, shadows and all that stuff. But, you know, it's such an original concept, and I love that Frank wrote it, or drew it and wrote it, in this place where it was like anti-Hollywood. He had been to Hollywood, he tried to write some screenplays, he'd been manipulated, so this was his kind of reaction to that. I'm going to do exactly what I want, and whatever's going on in my soul, I'm going to manifest onto a page. And I love that Robert appreciated that so much, and it's this kind of, you know, it goes down the line. I appreciate Robert so much, and to be able to do this movie with the two of them is a huge coup.
Wow, what a great interview. This seems like a wonderful cast of people.
It really is. It really is. I mean, Bruce Willis comes back as a ghost.
See, it just keeps getting better.
And we talked to Jessica Alba last week, you know, and the dame is played by Eva Green, who plays Eva Lord in the movie, and that was a little bit confusing, you know, Ava playing Eva, but she's an English actress, and she is beautiful and so good in this role. She's a witch. She seduces men. She's bad. She's evil. You know, only like Robert Rodriguez can do. And she captured this so beautifully. And she was nice to talk to. Very English. You know, in the movie, she's very American, of course. In Sin City, the Dame to Kill For. She's the dame, of course. And here she is. The imagination of Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller, just working with them, it had to be a lot of fun.
Yes, I mean, it's you know, they really love each other, respect each other, and I know that they describe themselves as a monster with two heads, and that's really true. They really complement each other. You know, you have Frank, who, you know, gave birth to these characters, and he knows them inside out, and Robert is just there to kind of translate his vision onto the screen, and he's a real artist. You know, he managed to capture the mood, the atmosphere.
Was Ava a dame to kill for?
Yes, I mean, she's like a witch. You know, she's a predator, and she uses and she abuses men. I mean, she's quite something. Really dangerous.
Her relationship with Dwight, with Josh Brolin's character, does that go back sometime? Is that a backstory to that?
Oh yes, I think they really they had an affair before, for sure, and And actually, I mean, my character is rather hard and very cold, but sometimes you wonder, does she love him just a tiny bit, tiny?
Bit, yeah.
I think she has a soft
yeah, I think he was the love of her life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's be romantic.
Wow, this really looks like a good movie, and it's opening this Friday.
Yeah, two good ones. When a Game Stands Tall with Jim Caviezel and Michael Chiklis, and now Sin City with a great cast, and it's Robert Rodriguez. It's so good. Yeah.
Well, Jim, thanks so much for joining us today. As always, we will catch you on Friday.
Right, watch my review.
All right.
Okay.
And Jim, of course, brought a giveaway today, the Disney movie Bears, showcasing the life of a bear family. To win, visit TucsonMorningBlend.com and click on the contest link.
And don't go anywhere. The Morning Blend will be right back.